So I remember you and I were ready to get our heart broken in this show, and it hasn't quite happened, I think, thus far to the extent we thought it would. We have one more episode,
Not yet.
but
Yep.
But I heard this, and I believe it's actually a YouTube channel. I need to find them so I can give them credit. But the guy talking about it actually started like crying while explaining it, so that didn't help me listening to it.
Oh man. Yeah.
But it's the scene in episode 3 where Leia and Obi-Wan are on the transport getting a ride from Zach Braff, right? And she looks at him and she realizes like, oh, he knew my mother. She looks at him and she says, "Are you my real father?" And I think on the surface, I'm going to paraphrase, kind of explain what he explained. So I just want to say that this is not my take. Like, this is someone else's,
Right.
which is brilliant. But wow, like, she thinks he's his father because like he clearly knew her mother, and like the way he knows her and the way like she's just picking up on cues, right? If you listen to what Obi-Wan says in that whole scene, he talks about his family, and he talks about remembering glimpses of his brother's hand or his mother's hand, like his brother, like very few things. And he had to be like a baby, like very young, right? The reason he remembers those things, because as infants and stuff, you don't remember that stuff. I feel like my earliest memory is from like 4 or 5 years old, and it's very, very vague.
Yeah.
It's just not something babies hold on to, or young children. So like, I think the reason he remembers those things are like force, like the force, whether he realizes it or not, it's the force, you know? And even Leia makes a mention of it in Return of the Jedi, like how beautiful my mother was and stuff like that. You know, I think it's her, the force, kind of like remembering her saying, "Are you my father?" What I think in her mind, she is having some kind of force connection because Obi-Wan is the first ever male she sees in her life, because he was there the moment she was born. And I think maybe she doesn't even realize it, but she is remembering his face from that moment. And so in her mind, she's like, maybe this is my father. And it's like actually explaining it. It's very heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Like, and I almost wonder if Obi-Wan knows that.
Yeah.
Like he knows that he was there, and that she might remember that. And that's why. And the pain of like, he can't tell her,